They found it during a weekend trip to Ava's grandfather's abandoned cottage. Tucked in a dusty wooden chest, beneath moth-eaten linens and yellowed postcards, lay a vintage Super 8 film camera. Still intact, still loaded, still warm, as if someone had used it yesterday. "Let's shoot something creepy," Mason joked, lifting it to his eye. The lost weekend. Nobody laughed, but they all agreed. That night, Ava, Mason, Claire, and Jonah filmed a short horror skit in the woods. Behind the cottage, campfire lighting, cheesy screams, a shadow passing accidentally in the background for effect. They played it all back on Mason's laptop. Everyone appeared, except Mason. His voice, yes, but his body was never in the frame. "I was right there," he argued, tapping the screen. "I shot half of this." Ava checked the raw footage on the film. No Mason, not once, not even a shadow. They laughed it off. "The camera's old, maybe it glitches," Claire offered. But that night Mason didn't join them for dinner. His shoes were by the door. His phone was charging. But his bed was empty. They searched the woods until dawn. Called his name until their throats burned. Eventually they returned to town. Filed a missing person report. No one believed them, but that was only the beginning. 2 days later, Claire checked her phone. There was a video file she hadn't recorded. It was shot from inside her apartment, grainy and low lit. The camera slowly panned from her hallway to her bedroom and paused on her, sleeping. She ran to Ava's house, trembling, clutching her phone. "It's the camera. It's still filming. It doesn't need us anymore." They agreed to destroy it, but when they returned to the cottage, the chest was empty. The camera, gone. That night, Jonah called in a panic. He'd found a reel of film on his doorstep. No label, no note. He watched it. It was footage of them, but not from that weekend. It showed other versions of them. Different clothes, different weather. In one, Ava bled from her ears. In another, Claire was screaming in a language she didn't speak. In the last, Mason was there, smiling at the camera, lips moving. Jonah swore the camera wasn't just watching, it was remembering. 2 days later, Jonah vanished. No signs of struggle, no broken door. Just a fresh roll of film in his place, and an old camera tripod in the corner, still warm to the touch. That night, Ava and Claire rewatched the film he had left behind. This time, Mason was everywhere. He was in scenes they'd never shot. In one frame, he stood behind Claire while she brushed her teeth. In another, he walked through Ava's bedroom while she slept. His eyes never blinked. He never spoke. But he always stared straight into the lens, as if he knew they were watching. Claire began talking in her sleep, in an ancient dialect no one could place. Ava started hearing the sound of the film clicking behind her whenever she passed a mirror, even when no camera was there. Then Claire disappeared too. She had left a single line scratched into her bedroom wall. The film doesn't record memories, it steals them. Ava was alone now, but she'd found something, her grandfather's journal, hidden behind the false back of a bookshelf in the cottage. It explained everything. The camera had belonged to a film archivist in 1946 who was obsessed with capturing souls on film. He believed the camera could preserve the essence of those it filmed, not just their image. He was right. Everyone he filmed eventually vanished, trapped in celluloid, watching, waiting. The only way to break the curse, according to the journal, was to record the truth and expose the camera's eye to a mirror under full moonlight. Ava waited. She set the scene. Candles, a mirror, the loaded camera. She stood before the lens and began recording. "My name is Ava Turner. I watched my friends disappear one by one, and now I understand. This camera isn't haunted, it is the haunting." She turned the camera toward the mirror. Let it see itself. It screamed, not in sound, but the reel spun violently. The lens cracked, and the footage burned itself inside the camera. Smoke rose. The clicking stopped, and for the first time in days there was silence. Ava buried the camera deep in the woods and left town the same night, or so she thought. Weeks passed. She moved to the city, got a new job, a new apartment, a new life. One evening, while unpacking an old coat, something fell from the pocket. A film reel. No label, no case, just a single handwritten note wrapped around it. Roll 47, Ava, last seen. She stared at it for a long time, and from across the room, she heard the click of a camera winding up, then darkness,